Hello everybody. This lesson is about Venn diagrams. First, I'll give you a brief introduction. Then, you can identify a Venn diagram in detail. Next, I'll explain you to use a Venn diagram. Finally, I'll help you to write a Venn diagram. Now, let's start our lesson. Look at this. Have you noticed what the Venn diagram is about? There are several ways to draw Venn diagrams. By looking at these, you can get a slight idea about a Venn diagram. Actually, what is a Venn diagram? A Venn diagram is a pictorial representation of the relationships between sets. We can represent sets using Venn diagrams. In a Venn diagram, the sets are represented by shapes, usually circles. The elements of a set are labeled within the circle. Look at here. You can see the two circle Venn diagram, three circle Venn diagram and four circle Venn diagram. Let's have a look at these Venn diagrams. Here you can identify the Venn diagrams with two subsets and the Venn diagrams with three subsets. It is easy to identify similarities and differences. The overlapping areas describe the similarities and the areas that aren't overlapping describe the differences. Do you know how to use a Venn diagram? Suppose your little brother may need to compare the differences between a fish and a whale. How can you do it? Let's take this Venn diagram. According to this Venn diagram, a fish and a whale alike in some ways, but they have differences. First, we take the similarities. The similarities between a fish and a whale appear where the circles overlap. They are alike because they both can swim. Next, we'll take the differences. Only fish can breathe underwater. So, that would go in the fish only circle. Only whales can breathe above water and that would go in the whales only circle. So you can use a Venn diagram to analyze the similarities and differences between any two topics. Let's look at this example. Read the instructions carefully. This Venn diagram shows the results of a survey conducted among 20 students about their favorite pets. Study the Venn diagram and answer the questions. Question number 1. How many students like only cats? 5 students. Question number 2. How many students like only dogs? 6 students. Question number 3. How many students like only parrots? 3 students. Question number 4. How many students like both cats and dogs? 3 students. Question number 5. How many students like all three pets? 2 students. Try to do this activity alone. Let's see the next. Do you know how to write a Venn diagram? Let's have a look at this example. Study the Venn diagram and complete the paragraph. This Venn diagram shows the different kinds of books Kavindu's classmates like to read. First, see the subject only circles. English, history, science are the subjects. 2 students like to read only English books. 14 students like to read only science books and 1 student like to read only history books. Now see the overlapping areas. 6 students like to read both English and history books. 5 students like to read both science and history books and 9 students like to read both English and science books. Only 3 students are interested in reading all 3 types of books. According to the Venn diagram, the majority of the students like to read science books. It is the most favorite book among the students. Now, study the description carefully. You can use the language to describe the next activity. That's all for today. Let's meet again. You can get the PDF of the lesson from the link in the description area. Thank you.